This is Ramu, Assistant Professor, Department of CSC, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. In last class, we have seen how to run a program and how to compile a program. In this class, we are going to observe what is a token and how tokens are work in the C programming language. See, every part of your program is called as a token. Here, tokens are broadly divided into 6 categories. See, the first one is the keywords, identifiers, constants, strings, special symbols, and operators. Right? Let us see what is a keyword. See, keywords are the reserved words. See, for example, int, float, while. These keywords are used by the developers for the compiler purpose. So we don't have a provision to use these keywords as our own purpose. For example, if you book a one seat in a theater, so you don't have a provision to allocate to others, right? Like that. These are the words reserved by developers. So we don't have a provision to use those keywords as our purpose, right? And here, for example, these are the keywords in C language. 32 keywords are available in C language. Every keyword is served for their own purpose. For example, if you consider the break is a keyword is used to stop the process or loop iteration. For example, continue. See, the continue is used to skip the particular iteration, and as well as else. In the if else statements, if the condition is false, it moves to the else part. We will discuss everything in the latter, right? All these keywords are also called as a reserved words. You don't have a provision to use your own purpose. That is very, very important. In C language contains 32 keywords. These 32 keywords are used by the developers for their own use, right? These are the one of the first part of the tokens. Coming to the identifiers. See, here identifiers are used to identify the variable values. For example, what is the purpose of my name, and what is the purpose of the roll number, and what is the purpose of the particular thing, means to identify you, right? Based on the roll number, we are going to identify all the details of you, right or wrong. Based on the names, we are going to call you. Like that, identifiers are used to represent the some value in your program. Is also called as a variable, right? See, for example, here these are the rules to define a one identifier. The first and foremost thing is here the variable or identifier should start with either underscore or alphabet. That is the first rule. Every variable or identifier or function name in your C program, compulsory it starts with either underscore or alphabet. It doesn't allow any next. It doesn't contains any special symbols. Special symbols like @ symbol, hash symbol, it doesn't allow, right? And coming to the combination of digits, yes, the variable or identifier is a combination of digits as well as the alphabets, but it does not start with digit. It starts with either alphabet or underscore. That is very, very important. And coming to the keyword, keywords are not allowed as identifiers. Just now I told you the reserved words, keywords are used for the developer purpose. You don't have a provision to use keywords as your own purpose, right? Here I have given some examples. ABC is the keyword, identifier or not. If you observe the ABC clearly, see, it starts with A, means this is a alphabet. Yes, it is the first one is valid. Next, does not contain any special symbols. Yes, it does not contain any special symbols. Next, it is a combination of digits and alphabets. Yes, it is a combination of only alphabets. Keywords are not allowed. Yes, ABC is not a keyword. Yes, this is the valid identifier, right? Coming to the 12A. 12A means 1, 2A. But if you observe this, it starts with alphabet or underscore, but it starts with 1, right? It starts with 1, means this is not a valid identifier. The reason is that it violating the first rule. What is the rule I have given? It starts with alphabet or underscore, but it starts with 12, means number. That is why it is not a valid identifier. Observe. Yes, this is not valid identifier. Comes to the A12. See, if you follow the first rule, yes, it starts with alphabet or underscore. Yes, it starts with alphabet. It starts with the first rule. Does not contains any special symbols. Yes, it does not contains any special symbols. The reason is A1, 2. And it is a combination of digits and alphabets. Yes, it is a combination of digits and alphabets. And keywords are not allowed as identifier. Exactly. It is not a keyword, right? A12. Exactly. This is the valid identifier. This is the valid identifier. Next, coming to the underscore B. See, as per the rules, it does not start with number or any special symbols, but it starts with underscore. Yes, underscore is the valid. First point is valid. Coming to the, it does not contain any special symbols other than underscore. Yes, it does not contain any special symbols. And next is a combination of digits and alphabets. Yes, it is a combination of alphabets and only one special symbol, that is the underscore. And keywords are not allowed. It is not a keyword. Exactly. This is also valid identifier. Coming to the int, it starts with alphabet. Exactly. It follows the first rule. Does not contain any special symbols. Yes, it does not contain any special symbol. And is a combination of digits as well as the alphabets. Exactly. And keywords are not allowed, but it is a keyword, right? So this is the not valid identifier. It is not valid identifier. Coming to the underscore int. See, as per the norms, it follows everything, right? It is a valid identifier. Even int is a combination with underscore, right? Yes, it is a valid identifier. Next, A at B. If you observe clearly, it is going to violate rule number 2. It does not contain any special symbols, but it contains a at symbol. So it is not a valid identifier. Coming to A underscore B. If you observe clearly, it is a combination of alphabets and only it allows one special symbol, that is a underscore. Yes, it is a also valid identifier. Right? Is this clear? So these are the second type of tokens, identifiers. Next, constants. If you observe clearly, constants, all the values of your program is called as a constants. Right? Every single part of your program is called as a token, right? So even numbers also there in your program. So each number is called as a constant. Right? Next, strings. Strings are characters. See, in C language, if you code with a single code, for example, A is a character, right? If you code with single code, then it is called as a character. For example, a group of characters enclosed with double quote is called as a string, right? A character or a string comes under the strings category. Is also one type of token. Coming to the special symbols, all the brackets, commas, full stops, all comes under the special symbols. Special symbols. Coming to the operators, C supports so many operators. We'll see later, right? So like addition, subtraction, multiplication, all these operators comes under the operators category. Now I'm going to give one program, small program. Now our task is to identify what are the tokens in the given program. Observe clearly. I'm going to represent one by one here. See, void. Void is a one word, right? So this is a one token. What is the kind of token? This is the keyword token. This is the keyword token. Main. Main comes under the identifier. Main comes under the identifier. See, brackets. Brackets are called as a special symbols. Special symbols. SS. I'm going to bring the SS. Right? Next, brackets. Brackets are called as a special symbols. SS. Int is a keyword. A is a identifier. And B is also an identifier. C is also an identifier. Commas comes under the special symbols. Right? A is an identifier again. A, B is an identifier. And C is an identifier. Equal is an operator, right? This is the operator. O, operator. All these are the operators. And plus is also operator. And this is the identifier again. See, every part of your program is called as this is a special symbol. Every part of your program is a token. This semicolon also comes under the special symbol. The 2 is a constant. 3 is a constant. Printf, again printf is an identifier. Right? And this is the bracket, right? Bracket comes under the special symbol. And this quotes also comes under the special symbol. Right? So when you write it inside the code, so entire thing is considered as string. This is the string, right? And again, comma is a special symbol, right? Again, C is the identifier, and this is the special symbol, and special symbol, and this is the special symbol. See, if you observe the program, every part of your program is called as a one token, right? Is this clear? So even if you consider any program, can take on program and try to analyze what are the tokens in this program and divide your programs into the particular category. Like, so is it a keyword, or is that operator, or is that a constant, or is that string? So try to analyze, right? You can take 2 to 3 programs and put into the book, write into the book, and identify what are the tokens in the given program and it comes under which category. That is very, very important, because please remember, if you want to learn the programming language, you should very careful why you are going to write a particular token, right? A particular part of the program. Even comma also, without knowing, don't write. You should very clear before writing a comma. Yes, this comma is I'm going to write the particular purpose. You should learn the thing. Then only you are able to build a logic. Otherwise, it is very tough to learn programming language. Every step you should very clear. Yes, I am writing this step for the purpose of that one. Like that, you have to improve your coding skills. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.